Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It is the final match of the night here on stream. We are watching Optic Gaming taking on Rise Nation. So far, Optic has not dropped a game on the evening. They're 6-0. Rise, they've had some ups and downs. They went to Game 5 against Orbit, but weren't able to close that out. Now looking for a big win against the team that is fighting for the #1 spot. Formal on your screen. Opening up 1-1, first one inside the hard point, and it's going to get 16 seconds already for Optic.
Yeah, so Optic starting off with a 17-0 lead, and that's just carrying so much momentum into this, and they're just been playing so well in these past few months, honestly. They're such a good team, and Karma in the hill right now, Formal getting 2 kills, Rise just unable to get any, opening hill time on this first opening hill at all.
Rise has had a little bit of connection issues throughout the night, but overall, able to get to Game 5 against Orbit. They got to Game 4, but lost to Elevate there. So 0-2 on the evening. They do not want to start off the Pro League 0-3. This is a massive battle, and honestly, I feel like they might be able to hang with Optic on Solar, but Optic Gaming, the only team I think that could consistently beat them on this map might be FaZe, and even that would be tough. How strong is Optic on Solar hardpointing? What do you like about this squad?
Such a good Solar hardpoint team because you have players like Scump who are going to take out that ASM-1 and go into these types of hills and kill 2 to 3 people at a time. You're going to have Formal sitting on top of all these pipes and all these high ground spots giving you cover fire. So it's just such a great map for their style of play because not only can they run into the hill and destroy everything, but at a medium to long range, you're at such a disadvantage versus them because they just don't miss.
Burns started to heat up a little bit. It's going to be shut down. Over to Apathy and Mini Wheats. Wheats, 8-7, leads the squad at the moment. Did not have a great Gfinity. I watched him and just didn't look like his shot was on point. The whole squad just kind of bombed out. They didn't even make it into bracket play. A lot to prove for this team. After dropping TCM, they picked up Burns so they could compete overseas. And honestly, I wonder, is that going to be the roster change that comes back to haunt them? TCM showing what he was made of in the Orbit match a little bit earlier. So far in this game, though, it's been all Scumpy once again, 11-6. He's had a few games where he's been slow in hardpoint, but pretty consistent throughout the evening so far, Mubat.
Yeah, so right now, double positive, hopping into the still, going to get another kill, pre-firing the small door, about to have another altercation right now, going to get taken out. So 3 down for Optic, and Optic fires back, Burns and Chino fall. And right now, it's back and forth, Optic up by 50 right now, just really just taking control of this Rise team, just slaying them. There goes 3 down again for Rise, so Rise really need to start getting some kills and start shutting down people like Scump, who's 15-7 right now if they want to win this game.
I'm just looking at the mini-map, and you can just see kind of the red arrows push wherever they want. If there's a blue arrow in their way, they just knock it off the map and keep surging forward. One player left up top. Can Apathy hold on? No. There's actually Burns who just gets shredded apart by Formal. Everyone going to clear their way to the top. Scumpy 16-8, double positive, but it's Karma and Krim on a 6 streak combining with hill control.
Yeah, Karma laying down the hill right now, going to be taken out. Scump and Karma fall. So Rise, Chino struggling at 7-12 right now. We see Wheats positive now, 14-13. So he's doing a decent job. Scump though, 16-9. Krim 14-9. Those are 2 players who are just on a tear right now. And Chino trying to make some plays happen with some shots from above, but Optic just looking so strong in the slaying department right now.
I do want to give credit to Weeds. He went on a 3 streak as the last member alive for Rise. Was able to keep this about 20 points closer than it could be. Optic Gaming, though, still leading 120-41, and we're not even at the halfway mark. You see Weeds trying to push it, met by Scumpy and Formal, both looking his direction. That kill feed, it's all red. No one from Rise able to put up decent numbers quite yet. Chino has been absolutely quiet in this game. -7 out of him. You got -5 out of Burns, and Apathy, your X Factor, -3. Only player playing well at this point gonna be Wheats. Let's see if he can keep it up. Karma fast on his trail, and Krim continues to score. +6, locking down that hill with Scump.
Yeah, so App putting him some nice cover bullets, and they seem to have a little bit of hill control right now. Optic off spawn, but I don't know how long it's going to last because every single time I see gunfights, Optic wins them. Look at Krim taking out Apathy, Burns falling to Scump right there. So you see Scump at 23-14, just slaying everything in sight, and Chino's still struggling. So unfortunately, looking grim for Rise right now as it's about 100-point game, and they really can't seem to get anything going.
Have you ever come back from a 100-point deficit in hardpoint?
In Black Ops 2, yes.
Not AW, huh?
Not that I don't know. It definitely happened before. I just don't remember. But Black Ops 2, I have a great story when that happened. But that's for a different time.
Oh, I got time. You know, I'm watching a blowout right now. Entertain me methods. Tell me about your
I was
Black
actually on
Ops.
Scump's team at local battles.
Okay.
And we were down 100 last map.
So this is on
I think
land.
It was Team Embos. And Scump went on like a 12-kill streak. I went on like an 8-kill streak. And he screamed that he's about to drop a nuke. And we made a 110-point comeback. And that was like, I think, the first time I ever won like a decent-sized thing or something. I don't remember, but all I remember was it was awesome. And I'd never been more hyped in my life. So that was the time I came back.
You and
100
Embos
points.
beat Scumpy, huh?
What?
You and Embos beat Scump? Is that what
No,
you
me
said?
and Scump beat Embos.
Oh, you and Scump beat Embos. Gotcha.
Yep. Me, Scump, Sunrise, and Sender. This was a while ago.
Stacked roster right there. Looking
Damn
through.
right.
4 minutes left, 105-point advantage for Optic Gaming. Karma's going to lose a 1v1 at the top of the map. Krim and Scump, though, still scoring down low, and this one is going to be going back to the garage here shortly. 45 seconds remain before we get there, but I'm just looking through the minimap. Everyone's trying to flood to the top for control. Burns picks up a nice 2 kills up top. 4 streak for him. Going to find a 5th inside the hardpoint, not looking. Able to grab that, takes down a
Burns.
6, and Burns is lighting it up.
There you
7
go, Burns.
straight kills. Burns not giving up here. 3 minutes remain. They're still down 100 points, but Burns believes they can mount it all.
Yeah, Formal gonna hop in there and finally take out Burns. He was on a nice kill streak going there. Formal gonna track this player down. And Formal, such a good player with this Val. No matter how close he is to you, he can use it like a sub, which is so good. Just putting some bullets in the top pipes right now, gonna take out Wheats, and he's just setting up right now, pre-firing. He's trying to cause a little chaos for Rise, and Rise right now is still down by 100. Not much they can do here.
It's like you watch Rise, you watch that incredible play from Burns. Scoreboard result, nothing. Maybe 5-point difference.
Yeah, Optic just so strong. I mean, they just know how to kill. They know how to play. I mean, I feel as if they could not call out and still beat half the pro teams.
Do you feel the communication isn't a huge deal if you're on Optic?
I mean, it's definitely a huge deal, but I feel like they don't need as much as a lot of other teams are. I mean, they just have so much gun skill and map awareness together where they can catch on to, okay, my teammate isn't looking this way in the minimap, so I'll look this way.
There
And
you
I
go.
feel like they're probably one of the best teams at doing that, and that's what makes them so strong.
And you can see the rotation, Apathy, and the rest of his squad holding down the garage fairly well against Optic will bring it within 70 points. Long-range shots for the SMG. Can't connect completely. Needs a little bit of cover. Apathy distracting 3 Optic players, though. This is a big opportunity for his teammates at the top of the map. Scump is going to shut down Burns, though, and Crib6 is going to clean up even more players in transition. Optic Gaming just swarming the middle of the map, not leaving any entrances at the top until just now. Finally, Rise is going to be able to break through, but only 90 seconds remain on that clock.
Yeah, so Chino going to be taken out by Scump, 2-piece from him, and 202 to 119. It's not even possible anymore at this point. Scump, 34 and 29. Karma, 33 and 20. They're just not dying. They just keep getting so many kills. Burns doing what he can. He's been going on these tears, sitting at 35 and 29 right now, but it's just not enough.
Who gets most kills? That's the new question for you, chat.
Scump.
You going Scump? I'm
Yep,
going
challenge me.
Karma.
Karma?
I'm feeling Karma here. 33 right now. He's 3 behind Scump.
I think it's going to go Scump, Burns, then Karma.
Scump, Burns, Karma. I like that.
Scump, Burns, Karma.
Okay.
Weeds, 2-piece there, but unfortunately, all it is now is a game of kills because Optic is now up 1-0 in the series, and they look so strong, Puckett.
Where was Chino in this game? I know he's playing from New Mexico, but you can't just disappear off the map in terms of KD. Strong performance out of Burns. I mean, how often do you see someone go 16 caps, almost the 40 bomb, and no win?
Yeah, that's tough, man. I'd be pretty upset if I was him, but it's a team game. Unfortunately, if all your players aren't, playing correctly together, it's going to be hard to win. So one player can't can't do everything. Unfortunately, we've seen some players do some crazy things and win some crazy matches. Doesn't work all the time. So there it is, Optic up 1-0.
Apathy padding his stats at the end, went on a nice 5 streak, including that stomp. But really, this game should be much further than that scoreboard is going to depict. Optic Gaming with total control from beginning to the end. And you will see round enders coming through. Formal going to pick up his 34th kill there with your kill cam, looking at number 35. But Burns, 40, 32, 17 captures, almost no defense on either side throughout that game.
We were both wrong.
What's going to happen here with Rise Nation? What did you see from them in that game 1 methods, and what are some of the positives to take away from Solar?
I mean, Burns played really well, so I'm really looking forward to him in this next map. They all went on these little tears at different points, so they definitely have the skill to do it. They just need to start being more consistent with it, because they get 4 down and get hill control and then just fall as soon as Optic respawns. So they just really need to start being more consistent.
I have to say, the one thing that Rise has going for them is their uplink. So far, they're undefeated in uplink on the night. Dominated Orbit earlier, 20-5. And in fact, Optic, they kind of struggled against Elevate. They almost lost their map of Biolab uplink. That's game 3, but coming up next, we're going to see Search and Destroy. Don't go anywhere. When we return, we'll see Detroit S&D.